Hey, John. Obviously, first thing I want to say is happy 40th birthday. I have to say that knowing you as long as I have, you have fit a lot into those first 40 years. You've probably lived more life in your first 40 than people who've lived to see 80 or 90 years old. So it'll be amazing to see kind of where the next 40 takes you. I'm sure everyone else has already talked about the amazing times it was hanging out with you in high school. The jam sessions we've had in your basement were some of the most formative musical experiences I've had in my life. And just kind of being able to hang out with you and be able to converse with you. You know, you're one of those people who was always interested in having conversations about ideas. You were a person who always wanted to share, like, oh, here's this great book I've read, or here's some interesting musical, idea that I've come across, or here's a really interesting philosophical idea that I've come across. You were one of the first people that I was able to kind of talk about philosophy with, all the way back in high school. And it was one of those things where the more we had done it, the more I would start craving that, interaction, be able to talk with people in this way. And, you were always very forthright and forthcoming with the things that you had learned. Like, you always wanted to share it with people. You always wanted to be like, here, let me show you this thing, or let me explain this thing, let me share this thing with you so we can have this shared experience. And it's been one of the best things about being, your friend. Moreover than that, I was also, of course, a guitar student with you, as I think most of us at some point were, either officially or unofficially. We would always come to you to kind of, get some tips on guitar, get some ideas, or even just kind of bounce some song ideas off of you. But like, as you were a student, you enabled me to go past just, okay, I'm learning music in school and I'm doing it because, okay, it's something to do in school and something I kind of enjoy. And you turned it into something that I wanted to learn everything about music. It wasn't just about learning guitar. It was about wanting to learn about everything. Because your passion for music didn't just stop with rock guitar. Your passion for music was everything. It was jazz horns. It was percussion. It was, like world music. You were into everything. And that really helped shape my musical tastes, because being around a person like you helped me experience a lot of different types of music I otherwise wouldn't have been connected to. And then, of course, there's my favorite song that you've written, Daddy. You first wrote, I believe, when you were 17. We were both in high school. And I remember you playing it for, me and a couple of other people. Like, you'd play, for one or two people at a time. And then as you were getting more comfortable with it, you'd play it for more people. And then you eventually started playing it live at shows. And it was one of those things that when I was in high school, I always appreciated the song because it helped me really appreciate how lucky I was to have the relationship I was having with my dad at the time. Being able to have all the years I had had up to that point, 17 with him up at that point, and just really appreciating everything I was able to experience. And so fast forward a few years, when we get into college, I hadn't seen you in a bit, and I kind of link up with you just as you're recording Brooklyn Folk. And I go to see you live. You had finished Brooklyn Folk, and you were doing the CD release party, which I'm pretty sure everyone who is in this meeting right now was there at that party. And I remember you playing that song again, and now this was probably 3-4 years later, and the song hit me new. Like, it hit me really hard because I, about 3 months before that performance, had lost my own father. And so the song had new meaning for me. It had new emotional drive. It really sunk its hooks in, and from that point on, that song has been a mainstay for me forever. Like, for the past 20 years or so, I want to say that song has been in regular rotation for me, because it's just a song that I want to hear. It's a song that evokes emotions I want to feel. It's a song that reminds me of a time period when I was younger. It also reminds me now of the type of relationship I'm trying to build with my own kids. And so, like the best piece of music, it comes back to me in different ways as time goes on. And so that was why about 2 years ago, summer of 2019, I approached you and I asked you if we can do a music video for Daddy. It was one of those things where I had the idea of what I would want the music video to look like, and I really, really wanted to be a part of that song in some way. That's how important the song was to me. And I have to thank you, because I approached you, I asked you, hey, can we do this? And I laid out my ideas, and you were, like always, you were game for it. You were like, yeah, no, this is great. Let's do this. You were always willing to take an idea and let's run with it. And that's what we did, man. And, the experience of making that video was one of the best I've ever had. It's, being able to spend the day and just film you and try to get across, on camera what I was feeling when I hear you, sing that song, was one of the things I've been most proud of in the last few years. So yeah, hope you're having a great birthday. And if you ever want to collaborate again, you have another song you want to do, let me know.
I feel you every time I look at your shelf. I would have liked to have known you, so in times like this I can ask for your help. Sometimes I need you when I feel alone, can't quite find me. I'm in need of direction. I don't know north from south, from west from east. Daddy, can you help me with the finding of myself? Will I find the answer in a book upon your shelf? Daddy, can you hear me? I am calling out your name. I lost you at age 6, and the world called it a shame. Ain't it a shame? Sometimes Mom would sit me down and tell me about you. She never said you were perfect, but I think that's what I like most about you. So when I call your name in the morning or in the night, just sit there and listen, and everything will be alright. Daddy, can you help me with the finding of myself? Will I find the answer in a book upon your shelf? Daddy, can you hear me? I am calling out your name. I lost you at age 6, and the world called it a shame. Ain't it a shame? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 da 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 da. La 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 da 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 da.
You can sing, Daddy, you're my body.
Daddy, you're my body.
That's some guitar pick.
I like the sound.
You like that music?
That's very nice. Similar to hip hop.